Ambassador Zexathara's crystalline appendages trembled as she reviewed the response from the primitive world called Earth. The holographic display flickered with what appeared to be a simple message, but the implications sent ripples of unease through her translucent form. Counselor. She addressed the towering figure of High Chancellor Vorthak, whose 6 eyes gleamed with ancient authority. The humans have responded to our ultimatum. The Grand Assembly of the Galactic Council fell silent. Representatives from 47 star systems turned their attention to the small blue world rotating lazily on the central display. For 3 standard cycles, they had observed this species with growing concern. Humanity had developed faster than light, travel in mere decades, a feat that typically took civilizations millennia. Their expansion into neighboring systems had been swift, methodical, and surprisingly peaceful. Too peaceful, many council members believed. "Read their response," Vorthak commanded, his voice resonating through the chamber's bioacoustic dampeners. Zexathara's voice wavered slightly. "They said, and I quote, 'Thanks for the heads up. We'll get back to you.'" A collective gasp echoed through the assembly. The Zephyrian delegates' photosynthetic patches flared bright orange, a sign of extreme agitation. The crystalline hegemony's representative began emitting subsonic frequencies of distress. That's it?" squeaked Piptor, the diminutive, ambassador from the Kepler Collective. "We gave them 48 standard hours to cease all expansion, surrender their weapons technology, and submit to council oversight. We threatened them with the combined might of 47 civilizations, and they said they'd get back to us." High Chancellor Vorthak's primary eye narrowed. "Perhaps they don't understand the gravity of their situation. Show them the fleet." The order was transmitted across subspace to the Council's enforcement armada, 300 vessels from the most powerful militaries in known space. Ships that had brought entire star systems to heel now moved into formation around Earth's solar system. Their weapons, capable of cracking moons and boiling oceans, powered up in a display designed to terrify any rational species into immediate submission. The human response came within hours. "New message incoming," Zexathara announced, her voice barely a whisper. The hologram displayed a middle-aged human female with graying hair and laugh lines around her eyes. She sat in what appeared to be a modest office, a cup of steaming liquid beside her. "Hello there," the human began, her tone conversational. "I'm Sarah Chen, Earth's Director of Interstellar Relations. Thank you for the impressive light show. Our astronomers are having a field day. We appreciate the Council's concerns regarding our expansion, but I'm afraid we have some concerns of our own." Vorthak leaned forward. "What could these primitives possibly—" "We've been monitoring your civilizations for quite some time," Sarah continued, taking a sip from her cup. "Fascinating stuff, really. The Zephyrian trade networks, the crystalline hegemony's quantum mathematics, the Void Walker's dimensional manipulations. Impressive achievements." The assembly stirred uneasily. How had the humans been monitoring them without detection? "But here's the thing," Sarah's expression grew serious. "In all our observations, we've noticed a troubling pattern. 47 civilizations, all remarkably similar in their technological development, all conveniently stopping their advancement at roughly the same level. It's almost as if something has been managing your progress." The chamber erupted in confused chatter. Vorthak's translator struggled to process the implications. "We've also detected some interesting energy signatures from your council ships," Sarah continued, her smile returning. particularly from that impressive dreadnought at the center of your formation, the one that's been broadcasting low-level psychic suppression fields. Zexathera's appendages went rigid. The psychic dampeners were council technology so advanced that most member species didn't even know they existed. "Oh, we know about the architects," Sarah said, as if reading their minds. "The species that's been pulling your strings for the past 50,000 years. The ones who've kept you all as a managed ecosystem of advanced civilizations while they harvest your innovations and resources." Clever setup, really. The hologram shifted, showing a three-dimensional map of local space. Red dots appeared throughout the galaxy, far more than the 47 known civilizations. Turns out, there are over 300 species in this galaxy, alone that should have achieved faster-than-light travel by now. Most of them mysteriously stagnated or disappeared right around the time they might have become inconvenient to your puppet masters. High Chancellor Vorthak rose to his full height, his voice booming. "These are lies! Preposterous accusations from a species barely capable of—" "Oh, Chancellor," Sarah interrupted, her voice taking on a sympathetic tone. "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them." The chamber's lights suddenly dimmed. The hologram expanded, and for the first time in millennia, the true masters of the Galactic Council revealed themselves. Beings of pure energy, ancient beyond measure, materialized in the space above the assembly. "Impressive," one of the architects spoke directly into every mind present. "How did you know?" Sarah's image smiled. "Because we've met your kind before. Not you specifically, but your colleagues. About 65 million years ago, they tried something similar with another species on our world. We called them dinosaurs." The architect's energy field pulsed with what might have been amusement. "And how did that end?" "Badly for them," Sarah replied cheerfully. "We're still finding pieces scattered across the solar system. Lovely meteor. Displays, though." The council chamber fell into absolute silence. "So here's our counter-proposal," Sarah continued, setting down her cup. "You have 48 hours to withdraw your fleet, release your hold on these civilizations, and return to whatever cosmic corner you crawled out of. In exchange, we won't turn you into a very brief, very bright star." The architect's field flared with indignation. "You cannot threaten us! We are beings of pure energy! We have manipulated galaxies for eons!" Sarah's laugh was warm and genuinely amused. "Oh, sweetie, energy follows rules. We've gotten very good at rules. Our physicists are practically giggling with excitement at the chance to test some new theories." As if summoned by her words, space around the council fleet began to shimmer. Human vessels, previously invisible, materialized by the thousands. They were sleek, predatory, and utterly alien to anything the council had ever seen. 47 hours and 59 minutes remaining, Sarah announced, checking what appeared to be an antique timepiece. "Choose wisely." The transmission ended, leaving the Galactic Council in stunned silence. Outside, the greatest armada in known space found itself surrounded by ships that shouldn't exist, wielding technology that defied understanding, crewed by a species that had just casually threatened gods. High Chancellor Vorthak slowly sank back into his seat, finally understanding why Earth had simply chuckled at their ultimatum. They had been the ones walking into a trap all along.